Hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. In this video, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite practices, and it really is, it's a practice that people are really resonating with very deeply on this channel. And so this is the practice, a practice to heal any pain or wound that you have in a relationship. It could be a current wound or pain or heartbreak that you feel in a current relationship. This is also going to heal your wounds from the past. If you have any past hurts with a partner or an ex, this is what you can do to heal it. And I just want to dive deep into this practice. Again, this is something that people are feeling incredibly touched by in some of my past videos. And so I want to dive deep into this practice in this video. I'll talk more about it. Before I jump into the video, please make sure you're subscribed to my channel right there. And also know that I offer lots of self-study manifesting courses. The course that is going to be most in alignment with this video right here, so if you resonate with it, is the course called Free Yourself, and that is linked below. But I also have a self-love course below, Manifest Anything You Want courses below, so have a look. And also know that I am doing a weekly giveaway. I'm giving away a 3 ebook bundle. And the way to enter into this contest is to subscribe to my channel, to like this video, and to comment below. I choose 3 winners every week on Fridays. Okay, so let's jump in. What is the practice for you to implement to heal any pain in a relationship, to heal hurt, to heal rejection, to heal jealousy, to heal feeling betrayed? And this could be a current experience of pain or a wound, or it can be a past pain or wound. What's the practice? The practice is inner child work. And again, like I said, I've done quite a few videos of inner child work now on my channel. I will link the playlist, the inner child playlist up there if you want to dive deeper into this practice. But people are having a very strong impact, are very strongly impacted by this type of work. And it makes sense because when you're doing very deep inner child work, you're going within and you're healing the original wounds inside of yourself. So let me speak a little bit about this, and then we'll go into a practice of inner child work so you can feel it and feel how it does heal you on the spot. So we all have wounds that we are walking around with. For the most part, we are not consciously aware of what these wounds are, meaning we're not having a conscious experience of how we're wounded. Your wounds are essentially the painful experiences that happened in relationship way in your past. Way, way, way in your past, and perhaps even in past lives if you believe in that. But it's like your wounds are the painful experiences you had, you may not even remember you had them, in relationship that are dictating your painful relationship patterns in the current reality. So why is this happening? Oh, and the inner child to me is that wounded child within. It's the wounded you. It's the one who expects to be hurt in relationships. So let's do a deep dive into this. It's really important to understand. This practice changed my entire life. It changed all my relationships. So this is really important to understand. A wound in your early childhood is essentially having an experience probably with one of your parents because they were wounded too. So they come to you with their wounds and being treated in a particular way where you feel like love has been taken away. You feel like you're not lovable. You feel like you're not worthy. You feel like you've been abandoned is a big one. You feel like love has left you from this parent, and it creates this an actual wound, a psychic wound inside of you where you feel like abandoned by love, essentially. Or it can be it can be anything that hurts, essentially, anything that does not feel good when it comes to relationship. So what happens is we're very impressionable in our early childhood. I'm also a psychotherapist. I've done tons of my own therapy. I've been in therapy for many, many years, not anymore, but I was in therapy for many years. I'm trained as a psychotherapist. I'm licensed as a psychotherapist. So I know a lot about psychology. So we uptake these wounds from early childhood, and they kind of become part of our psychic identity or our subconscious mind's identity. Very common wounds that people uptake are, I've been abandoned by someone I love. I've been rejected by someone I love. I'm not seen as worthy or inherently lovable as I am. I have to do things for love. I have to be good enough for love. These are classic wounds that are created in our early childhood, and they become part of who we think and feel we are without really knowing it. So we move about our life, and then we become adults, and we're manifesting constantly along the pathway of life. You're never not manifesting. But what you are manifesting in the outer reality is a reflection of your inner reality. Okay, so if you have even an unconscious or a subconscious, when I say those words, I mean, if you have a wound that you're not aware of, but you have a pattern of constantly being left by partners, or constantly not feeling chosen, or constantly not feeling worthy, or constantly feeling not good enough, what that means is you have a wound inside that continues to manifest that, right? Because everything we think and feel and believe within, especially the dominant beliefs, are being manifested in the outer reality. Okay? So what do you do about this? I know this sounds like a lot, and I don't want you to get discouraged if you're listening to this and you're like, oh my gosh, that's really intense. It is intense. However, it's also fixable. And I want to talk about a few things about this. Inner child work, and what I'm going to teach you in this video, I posted the playlist up there. Inner child work is the way to start healing these original wounds. These wounds from childhood. And it's actually a very simple practice. Why does this work? How are we able to heal our wounds from early childhood now? Well, every now moment is a complete blank slate. So even if you have a past of being hurt, and even if you've created a pattern of being hurt in relationships from that past moment all the way through your life, in every now moment, it literally is a fresh slate, and you can create yourself completely new. You create yourself anew through your self-concept or state of being. I will link a video where I dive deep into that. So how you think and feel and believe about yourself in this now moment, and how you start to practice thinking and feeling about yourself in every subsequent now moment, changes who you are. So what I'm getting to is you're able to fully relinquish, fully let go of, fully eliminate any wounding that you took on from your past by creating a new knowing of yourself in this moment. Inner child work is one of probably the most significant way that I have found to do this. So let's get into what inner child work is, and then I promise I'll dive into a practice with you. Inner child work is the practice of giving that wounded child exactly what he or she needs in this moment. So again, if the wound is, I don't feel worthy of love. Let's say it could pop up with the specific person, it can pop up in a random situation, doesn't matter, but let's say you start to feel unworthy of love. That is your wounded self. That is the inner child, we can say that's the wounded child. And that is an opportunity for you to work with that part of you, to let that part know that they are worthy. So I want to say right now that you are going to transform all of your relationships with other people by transforming how you relate to yourself. And I've seen this happen very significantly in my own life. I've seen it happen with clients throughout my years of working with people. You're going to change how people relate to you based on one of the foundational components is you changing how you relate to yourself. When you learn to be with yourself, when you feel abandoned, when you feel unworthy, when you feel unloved, when you learn to show up and hold and love and cherish and hold and hold and hold that part of yourself, the wound is going to heal. The inner child who really still, up until this point, has not known that she is worthy, she or he is worthy or accepted or loved, that part of you is going to start to learn a new story. So essentially, you're reparenting this wounded self. Okay? And by giving that wounded child exactly what she needs, which essentially, it's very basic. She or he needs your presence. She or he needs your undivided attention. She or he needs your care and your softness and your compassion. That's all they need. That's literally all your inner child needs. It's basic. It's just basic unconditional love. And when you learn to show up psychically with that part of you, what's going to happen is your wounds are going to literally start to heal. When I first started doing this practice, I literally felt like these holes in my being start to shrink. It was a psychic feeling, but I felt like the holes, the wounds, just starting to heal. All based on me showing up for myself. So your wounds are going to start to heal, and you're going to start to expect different outcomes in relationship. Again, I don't really do inner child work anymore because I've done it so much in my past that I really have healed a lot of these old wounds. But when I started doing and really started practicing this type of work, the type of man that I attracted into my life was totally different. And it was a man who could be with my wounded self. It was a man who had a ton of compassion and care. It was a type of man who did not reject or abandon me or make me feel worthless. It was the type of man who could show up. So again, by changing your inner reality, you're going to change your outer reality. So let's move into a practice so you can really feel what this is like. I know this is a long video, but it's really important. I'm just wanting to give you an overview of inner child work. It is so deeply important. And it's not as, I even talk about it in my course, Free Yourself. I've talked about this before. Doing something like inner child work isn't necessarily as sexy as, constructing your dream partner in your inner world and manifesting them, or even, manifesting things into your reality, new things, new shiny things. But this is such an important component because when you heal these base wounds, you're not going to repeat them anymore. And that's what everyone really wants. What everyone really wants is a relationship where they're not repeating their old stuff. Okay? So this is how you actually put inner child work into practice. Close your eyes. I always put this arm around my body, so I'm holding myself pretty tightly. This is, for those who have held a child before and is soothing a child, typically children like to be held pretty tightly in a loving way. So I put a hand on my heart center and I put an arm around my body. I hold myself and I start talking to myself, and not only talking, but feeling the truth of my words deep within. Okay? Start telling myself things such as, I'm right here, sweetie. I would do it closing my eyes. I may open and close my eyes while I'm here with you guys. I'm right here, sweetie. I've got you. I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here with you, and I love you so much. And I'm always going to be with you. And I'm always going to take care of you. And you're always going to be safe, I promise you. And you're safe right here with me, and I love you so much. You're so special, you're so beautiful, you're so important. And you're always going to be so important to me. I love you so much. So as you can see, what I'm doing in this practice, this is a practice of me connecting in with my inner child. It's as if I am the parent and I feel my inner child within. And I'm essentially soothing her and telling her that she is unconditionally loved. She is inherently worthy. Nothing bad is going to happen to her. I'm going to hold her and keep her safe for the rest of her life. Essentially, that's what I'm telling her. Again, if you want to dive deeper into this type of work, 2 courses below, my self-love course and Free Yourself below, will go deeper into this. But what I'm doing there is I'm connecting in to my inner child, and I'm telling her she's safe. And by doing this, literally, I'm changing the whole story of who I am. Not only am I changing my state of being in the moment, and often we have to do a practice like this over and over again until it becomes the truth, until we know it in a consistent way. But I'm changing my state of being, but I'm also changing the story. I'm telling that wounded self that she's actually safe. And there will become a point where your inner child consistently feels safe, consistently knows that she's not going to be dropped. Why is she going to know that? Because you're not going to drop her. Because you're going to keep her safe. Okay? So really, this is the incredible work of inner child work. It can heal your relationship with money. I dive deep into that in this video if you're interested. It can heal your relationship. It will definitely heal your love relationships. Absolutely. It will completely transform those, and it can change everything in your life. Thank you guys so much for being here with me in this video. Please make sure you subscribe and like and comment below, and I will see you all soon. Bye.